Hey everyone, welcome back to Next Play Analysis. Week 13 of the NFL season is here, and we've got another round of thrilling matchups to break down. From playoff contenders solidifying their spots to underdogs fighting to stay in the race, this week is packed with high-stakes action. In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know: team stats, key players, injury updates, and the best betting strategies to help you stay ahead of the game. Before we dive in, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us. It helps us expand our outreach and fund better resources, so we can bring you even more detailed and insightful content. So, if you enjoy these videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's get started. Starting with the first matchup of Week 13. Chicago Bears vs. Detroit Lions. Chicago Bears overview. The Chicago Bears prepare for a challenging Thanksgiving Day matchup against the Detroit Lions. The offense, led by rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, has shown promise but lacks consistency, especially against top-tier defenses. Defensively, the Bears are anchored by linebacker TJ Edwards, though they've struggled to contain explosive plays. Injuries to key players could further test the team's depth. Key players. Caleb Williams, quarterback, the rookie continues to grow, balancing solid performances with occasional mistakes. TJ Edwards, linebacker, a standout on defense with a team-leading 78 tackles this season, showcasing his reliability. Injury report. DeAndre Swift, running back, groin, trending toward playing but remains a game-time decision, vital for the Bears' ground attack. Keenan Allen, wide receiver, ankle questionable after rolling his ankle in practice, a key weapon if active. Detroit Lions overview. The Detroit Lions are a dominant force in the NFC North, led by quarterback Jared Goff, who has been instrumental in powering their high-efficiency offense. Alongside Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs provides a solid rushing attack, while Amon-Ra St. Brown continues to be a top target in the receiving game. Defensively, Aiden Hutchinson remains a key disruptor, wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks and driving the Lions' pass rush. Despite their success, the Lions are managing a few injuries, particularly in the secondary, which could impact their defensive stability. Key players. Jared Goff, quarterback, a key leader in the offense, delivering consistent, high-level performances. Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end, a major factor in the pass rush, with the ability to change the game with his pressure. Injury report. Emmanuel Mosley, cornerback, pectoral, recently activated and expected to contribute to the defense. Terrion Arnold, cornerback, groin out for the Week 13 matchup due to injury. Now let's dive into the predictions for Bears vs. Lions. 1. Moneyline betting strategy. Current odds: Lions -310, Bears +250. Analysis. The Detroit Lions come into this game as heavy favorites. Their offense is led by Jared Goff and has been efficient this season. On the defensive side, Aiden Hutchinson leads a pass rush that could trouble Bears rookie QB Caleb Williams. Chicago has been inconsistent, particularly in their offensive performance, making them a riskier bet. Strategy. Bet on the Lions, -310. Detroit's overall depth and form make them the stronger choice, with a more reliable offense and defense. Bet on the Bears, +250 for risk-tolerant bettors. Chicago's defense could generate an upset if they manage to capitalize on any Detroit mistakes. 2. Point spread betting strategy. Spread. Lions -11. Analysis. The Lions are expected to control this matchup, with their balanced offense and strong defensive pressure, particularly from Hutchinson. Chicago's offensive struggles, especially their passing game, make it difficult for them to cover. Strategy. Bet on Lions to cover, -11. Detroit is likely to win by a significant margin, considering their ability to dominate both sides of the ball. Bears to cover, +11. If Chicago's defense steps up and limits Goff, they could keep the game closer than expected, but this is a high-risk bet. 3. Over, under, total points. Betting strategy. Over, under, 48.5. Analysis. With Detroit's offense capable of scoring in bunches, and Chicago needing to catch up, this game could see a fair amount of points. However, Chicago's offensive inconsistencies leave some uncertainty around whether the total will hit. Strategy. Bet the over, 48.5. Detroit's potent offense and the Bears likely need to pass more to stay competitive suggest a higher scoring game. Consider live betting. If the Bears fall behind early, live betting on the over may offer value as the game progresses. 4. Player props betting strategy. Key players. Jared Goff, quarterback. Goff's performance could be pivotal for Detroit, making him a solid bet for passing yards or touchdowns props. Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end. Hutchinson is expected to apply significant pressure on Caleb Williams, making him a good bet for sacks. Caleb Williams, quarterback. Williams will have a tough time against Detroit's defense, so props on interceptions or sacks could be worth considering. Strategy. Goff passing yards. Goff should exceed his passing yards prop, especially if Chicago struggles to disrupt his game. Hutchinson sacks prop. Hutchinson should record at least one sack given Chicago's offensive line issues. Williams interceptions. Bet on Williams to throw an interception as Detroit's defense puts pressure on him. 5. Game props betting strategy. First team to score. Lions are likely to score first due to their fast-paced offense and Chicago's struggles early in games. Total sacks. Detroit's pass rush, led by Hutchinson, should pressure Williams throughout the game. Strategy. Bet on Lions to score first. Their offensive efficiency gives them the edge here. Take the over on total sacks. With Hutchinson and the Lions' defensive strength, expect multiple sacks. 6. First half spread / total betting strategy. First half spread. Lions minus 4.5. First half total. Over 21.5. Analysis. Detroit should build an early lead with their efficient offense. Chicago may struggle to keep pace, and their passing game could be stymied early. Strategy. Bet on Lions to cover the first half spread, minus 4.5. Expect Detroit to lead by at least a touchdown at halftime. Bet the over on first half total, 21.5. Both teams may push the pace, particularly if Chicago has to play catch-up. 7. Parlay betting strategy. Parlay 1. Lions to cover, minus 11. Over 48.5 total points. Goff over 250 passing yards. Analysis. A parlay on Detroit covering and the total going over is a solid choice due to Detroit's offensive firepower and Chicago's potential to struggle in defense. Goff is likely to surpass 250 passing yards considering Chicago's pass rush weaknesses. Parlay 2. Lions to score first. Aiden Hutchinson over 0.5 sacks. Lions to win by 7 to 13 points. Analysis. Detroit should get an early lead. Hutchinson will likely record a sack, and a Lions win by a touchdown margin seems probable. The Lions are favored to win in Week 13, with a strong offense and defense outmatching the Bears. Betting on Detroit to cover the spread and the over on total points is recommended, along with player props for Goff and Hutchinson. Moving on to our second matchup for Week 13. New York Giants versus Dallas Cowboys. New York Giants overview. The Giants have been facing tough challenges this season, particularly on offense with Tommy DeVito at quarterback. Their defense has shown flashes of promise but has been inconsistent, particularly against strong offenses. The team is looking to regroup and build on any momentum they can gain in crucial divisional matchups. Key players. Kayvon Thibodeaux, linebacker, a standout defensive presence, though dealing with a wrist injury. Darren Waller, tight end, a key offensive weapon. Waller will be crucial for creating mismatches and providing a reliable target for DeVito. Injury report. Kayvon Thibodeaux, linebacker, wrist questionable, but expected to play. Daniel Jones, quarterback, knee out for the remainder of the season. Dallas Cowboys overview. Dallas has been performing well, with Dak Prescott leading a potent offense and Micah Parsons spearheading a defense that has dominated opponents. Their well-balanced roster makes them a dangerous team, and they are looking to continue their strong form as they head into this matchup. Key players. Dak Prescott, quarterback, having an MVP-caliber season, pivotal in both the passing game and leadership. CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver, Prescott's top target and a key player in the Cowboys' high-powered offense. Micah Parsons, linebacker, a disruptive force on defense who can make game-changing plays. Injury report. Leighton Vander Esch, linebacker, neck out indefinitely. Brandon Cooks, wide receiver, dealing with a knee issue but expected to play. Now let's take a look at the predictions for this matchup. 1. Moneyline betting strategy. Current odds. Cowboys minus 350, Giants plus 280. Analysis. The Dallas Cowboys are heavy favorites, with a strong performance on both sides of the ball. Their defense, led by Micah Parsons, should be able to apply pressure on the Giants' offense. The Giants have struggled this season, especially with their offensive inconsistency and injury woes. Strategy. Bet on Cowboys, minus 350. Dallas has the superior offense and defense, making them a safe bet to win outright. Bet on Giants, plus 280 for riskier bettors. The Giants would need to exploit turnovers and capitalize on Dallas' potential mistakes. 2. Point spread betting strategy. Spread. Cowboys minus 7. Analysis. The Cowboys are expected to control this game with their potent offense and relentless defense. With Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb playing at a high level, it's likely that Dallas will cover the spread. The Giants' inability to generate consistent offense could lead to a lopsided scoreline. Strategy. Bet on Cowboys to cover, minus 7. Dallas is expected to win by more than a touchdown given the difference in team form. Bet on Giants to cover, plus 7. For bettors looking for a potential upset, the Giants may be able to keep the score close, but this is a high-risk wager. 3. Over, under, total points. Betting strategy. Over, under, 43.5. Analysis. Dallas offense could put up plenty of points against the Giants, but New York's struggles to score may keep the total relatively low. However, the Cowboys' ability to explode offensively could push the total to the over. Strategy. Bet the over, 43.5. Dallas offensive firepower suggests that the total points will exceed 43.5. Bet the under, 43.5. If the Giants' offense continues to falter, this game could stay under the total. 4. Player props betting strategy. Key players. Dak Prescott, quarterback. Prescott is likely to exceed 250 yards passing, with multiple touchdowns. Micah Parsons, defensive end. Parsons should register at least one sack as the Cowboys look to pressure Giants QB Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, quarterback. Given the Cowboys' defensive strength, Jones may struggle and could throw interceptions or get sacked multiple times. Strategy. Bet on Prescott to exceed 250 yards passing. Dallas' passing attack is likely to thrive in this matchup. Bet on Parsons to record a sack. Expect Parsons to continue his dominant play with at least one sack in this game. Bet on Jones to throw an interception. Dallas defense should pressure Jones into mistakes. 5. Game props betting strategy. First team to score. Dallas should score first with their fast-paced offense and the ability to capitalize on New York's weaknesses. Total sacks. Expect the Cowboys to generate multiple sacks against the Giants' offensive line, particularly with Parsons leading the charge. Strategy. Bet on Cowboys to score first. Dallas is the more explosive team and should strike first. Take the over on total sacks. Dallas' defensive line will likely be disruptive. 6. First half spread / total betting strategy. First half spread. Cowboys minus 4. First half total. Over 21.5. Analysis. Dallas is expected to lead at halftime due to their superior offense and defense. The Giants may have a tough time keeping up, making it likely that Dallas covers the first half spread. Strategy. Bet on Cowboys to cover the first half spread. Minus 4. Dallas should lead by at least a field goal at halftime. Bet the over on first half total, 21.5. Both teams should contribute to the first half points, especially with Dallas scoring early. 7. Parlay betting strategy. Parlay 1. Cowboys to cover, minus 7. Over 43.5 total points. Prescott over 250 passing yards. Analysis. A parlay on Dallas covering and the total going over is a solid choice given the current form of both teams, and Prescott should exceed 250 passing yards. Parlay 2. Cowboys to score first. Micah Parsons over 0.5 sacks. Cowboys to win by 7 to 10 points. Analysis. Dallas should score first. Parsons is expected to generate a sack, and a Cowboys win by a touchdown. Margin seems probable. Dallas Cowboys are favored for the Week 13 matchup against the Giants, with strong performances expected from Prescott and Lamb. The Giants will need to rely on defense to compete. Betting strategies suggest Dallas covering the spread and a potential high-scoring game. Now let's dive into our third matchup. Miami Dolphins vs. Green Bay Packers. Miami Dolphins overview. The Miami Dolphins have been explosive on offense this season, led by quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, who has been efficient and dynamic in the passing game. Wide receiver Tyreek Hill remains one of the league's top playmakers, and running back Devon Achane adds a dual-threat element to the ground game. The Dolphins' offense ranks highly in both passing and rushing yards. On defense, they have had mixed performances, but linebacker Jerome Baker has been a standout player in disrupting opposing offenses. Key players. Tua Tagovailoa. Quarterback Tagovailoa's performance in the passing game is crucial for the Dolphins to continue their offensive success. Tyreek Hill, wide receiver, a dominant force in the air. Hill is capable of making game-changing plays on any given route. Devon Achane, running back, his versatility in both the running and passing game keeps opposing defenses guessing. Injury report. Alec Ingold, fullback, calf questionable for Week 13. His availability could impact Miami's blocking schemes. Kendall Fuller, cornerback, concussion ruled out for Week 13, which could affect the secondary's depth. Green Bay Packers overview. The Green Bay Packers have been solid this season with quarterback Jordan Love finding his rhythm as a starter. He has shown growth in his decision-making and has a strong connection with rookie wide receiver Jaden Reed. Running back Aaron Jones continues to be an important weapon in both the running and receiving games. Defensively, the Packers are led by pass rusher Rashawn Gary, who remains one of the league's top edge defenders. However, the loss of key defensive players, including cornerback Jair Alexander, may impact their ability to cover explosive receivers like Hill. Key players. Jordan Love, quarterback. Love's ability to make accurate throws and manage the game is essential to the Packers' offensive success. Rashawn Gary, edge rusher, one of the top pass rushers in the league. Gary's pressure on the quarterback will be key in disrupting Tagovailoa's rhythm. Injury report. Jair Alexander, cornerback, knee ruled out for Week 13, leaving the Packers vulnerable against elite receivers. Josh Jacobs, running back, quadriceps, expected to play and will be crucial in the run game. Now let's have a look into predictions for Dolphins vs. Packers matchup. 1. Moneyline betting strategy. Current odds. Packers -182, Dolphins +154. Analysis. The Packers are slight favorites, benefiting from playing at home and showcasing an improving offense. The Dolphins, however, have the explosive playmaking ability of Tua Tagovailoa and Devon Achane, making them a strong upset contender. Strategy. Bet on Packers, -182. The Packers' defense should contain Miami's offense and secure a win. Bet on Dolphins, +154. Miami's offense could swing the game with a few big plays, offering value for risk-taking bettors. 2. Point spread betting strategy. Spread. Packers -3.5. Analysis. Green Bay has shown consistency in their offensive rhythm, while Miami's defense has struggled against more balanced attacks. Strategy. Bet on Packers to cover, -3.5. Expect Green Bay to win by at least a field goal, given their form. Bet on Dolphins to cover, +3.5. A close game or a last-minute effort could allow Miami to stay within the margin. 3. Over, under, total points. Betting strategy. Over, under, 47.5. Analysis. Both teams feature offenses that can score quickly, but defensive lapses could also play a role. Strategy. Bet the over, 47.5. A high-scoring game is likely with Miami's explosiveness and Green Bay's efficient passing attack. Bet the under, 47.5. If defenses step up, the game could lean toward a lower total score. 4. Player props betting strategy. Key players. Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, expected to exceed 250 yards passing with multiple touchdowns. Jordan Love, quarterback, likely to surpass 220 yards and may throw 2+ touchdowns. Devon Achane, running back, could break out for 80+ rushing yards and a touchdown against Green Bay's front. Strategy. Bet on Tagovailoa to exceed 250 passing yards. Miami's passing attack remains central to their success. Bet on Love to record 2+ touchdowns. Green Bay's balanced offense puts him in a strong position to deliver. Bet on Achane to score a touchdown. Miami's RB is a dynamic threat with a high ceiling for production. 5. Game props betting strategy. First team to score, likely to be Green Bay with their consistent opening drives at home. Total sacks. Expect 4 to 5 combined sacks with Green Bay's Rashawn Gary and Miami's defensive front. Strategy. Bet on Packers to score first. Green Bay's offensive efficiency makes this probable. Take the over on total sacks. Both defenses excel at creating pressure. 6. First half spread / total betting strategy. First half spread, Packers -2. First half total, over 23.5. Analysis. Green Bay should hold a slight lead at halftime, but Miami's offense could make a strong push to keep it competitive. Strategy. Bet on Packers to cover first half spread. -2 Green Bay's home field advantage sets them up for a halftime lead. Bet the over on first half total, 23.5. Both teams could combine for multiple scoring drives in the first half. 7. Parlay betting strategy. Parlay 1. Packers to cover, -3.5. Over 47.5 total points. A chain anytime touchdown. Analysis. This parlay combines a Packers win with a higher scoring game and Miami's top playmaker finding the end zone. Parlay 2. Packers to score first. Jordan Love over 220 passing yards. Packers to win by 4 to 6 points. Analysis. A precise Packers win margin and Love's yardage are solid bets given the matchup trends. The Dolphins versus Packers in Week 13 will be a tight contest, with Green Bay's balanced offense clashing against Miami's explosive playmakers. Packers are slight favorites, but Miami's upset potential is high. Moving on to our fourth matchup. Las Vegas Raiders versus Kansas City Chiefs. Las Vegas Raiders overview. The Raiders are struggling to find consistent success under quarterback Gardner Minshew. Minshew has had some promising moments, particularly in the passing game, and is supported by veteran tight end Darren Waller. Running back Josh Jacobs is crucial for the offense, though injury concerns have hampered his consistency. Defensively, Max Crosby remains a key player with his ability to pressure opposing quarterbacks. But the defense as a whole has been inconsistent, especially when facing strong teams like the Chiefs. Key players. Gardner Minshew. Quarterback Minshew's ability to execute in high-pressure situations is critical for the Raiders' chances in this matchup. Max Crosby, edge rusher. Crosby's pass-rushing prowess will be vital for disrupting Patrick Mahomes' rhythm. Injury report. Nate Hobbs, cornerback. Out, ankle injury. Hobbs' absence will significantly weaken the Raiders' pass defense against a potent Kansas City passing attack. Jacorian Bennett, cornerback. Out, shoulder injury. Bennett's injury adds further strain to the Raiders' secondary, leaving them vulnerable to big plays. Kansas City Chiefs overview. The Chiefs continue to thrive under Patrick Mahomes' leadership. His chemistry with Travis Kelce, arguably the best tight end in the league, makes the offense dangerous. Chris Jones remains a force on defense, while the Chiefs' secondary has had issues this season. With Isaiah Pacheco out, the Chiefs will lean more on Mahomes and Kelce for offensive production. Key players. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback. Mahomes remains the focal point of the offense, capable of leading the team to victory with his strong arm and mobility. Travis Kelce, tight end. Kelce's ability to make plays in key moments makes him Mahomes' go-to target, often dictating the pace of the game. Injury report. Isaiah Pacheco, running back, ankle, out for Week 13 after sustaining an ankle injury. Chris Jones, defensive tackle. Jones is dealing with a knee issue but is expected to play and provide key pass rush. Now let's look into the predictions for Raiders versus Chiefs NFL Week 13 matchup. 1. Moneyline betting strategy. Current odds. Chiefs -360. Raiders +285. Analysis. The Chiefs are strong favorites, with Patrick Mahomes leading an explosive offense. The Raiders, on the other hand, have struggled with consistency, especially on offense and defense. Despite some recent improvements, the Chiefs' overall dominance makes them the more likely winner. Strategy. Bet on Chiefs, -360. Kansas City has a significant edge and is highly unlikely to lose. Bet on Raiders, +285, a high-risk bet, but could potentially pay off if the Raiders pull off an upset. 2. Point spread betting strategy. Spread. Chiefs minus 7.5. Analysis. Kansas City is favored by over a touchdown. The Raiders have been inconsistent, and Kansas City's offense is likely to dominate. The Chiefs should cover the spread, but the Raiders could keep it close if they capitalize on mistakes. Strategy. Bet on Chiefs to cover, minus 7.5. Expect a strong showing from Mahomes and company. Bet on Raiders to cover, plus 7.5. If the Raiders can avoid turnovers and keep the game competitive, they could cover. 3. Over, under, total points. Betting strategy. Over, under, 45.5. Analysis. The Chiefs can score quickly, but the Raiders have struggled offensively. The Chiefs should do most of the scoring, but the total might stay lower if the Raiders fail to keep pace. Strategy. Bet the over, 45.5. Kansas City's fast-paced offense could push the total points over. Bet the under, 45.5. The Raiders' lack of offensive power may result in a lower-scoring game. 4. Player props betting strategy. Key players. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback. Expect Mahomes to exceed 300 yards passing and potentially throw 2 or more touchdowns. Travis Kelce, tight end, likely to post 80-plus yards and score at least 1 touchdown. Josh Jacobs, running back. Jacobs will be key for the Raiders' offense, but may struggle against the Chiefs' defense. Strategy. Bet on Mahomes to exceed 300 yards passing. Kansas City's offense is built around Mahomes' arm. Bet on Kelce to score a touchdown. Kelce is a top red zone target for Mahomes. Bet on Jacobs to score under 1 touchdown. The Chiefs' defense is solid, especially against the run. 5. Game props betting strategy. First team to score. Chiefs are likely to score first with their explosive offense. Total sacks. Expect Kansas City to generate pressure on the Raiders' offensive line, leading to multiple sacks. Strategy. Bet on Chiefs to score first. Kansas City's quick start offense is a consistent trend. Take the over on total sacks. The Raiders' offensive line struggles, so multiple sacks for the Chiefs are likely. 6. First half spread / total betting strategy. First half spread. Chiefs minus 4. First half total. Over 23.5. Analysis. Kansas City is likely to dominate in the first half with their superior offense. Expect a quick start with the Chiefs leading at halftime. Strategy. Bet on Chiefs to cover the first half spread, minus 4. The Chiefs should lead by at least 4 points at halftime. Bet the over on first half total, 23.5. The Chiefs' fast-paced offense could push the total points over. 7. Parlay betting strategy. Parlay 1. Chiefs to cover, minus 7.5. Mahomes over 300 yards passing. Kelce to score a touchdown. Analysis. A Chiefs victory combined with standout performances from Mahomes and Kelce is highly likely. Parlay 2. Chiefs to score first. Over 45.5 total points. Chiefs to win by 7 to 10 points. Analysis. A high-scoring game with Kansas City asserting dominance would make for a solid parlay. The Chiefs are clear favorites due to their offensive power and consistency, while the Raiders' struggles and injuries make an upset unlikely. Focus on Chiefs to win, cover the spread, and Mahomes / Kelce player props for value. Moving forward to our 5th matchup. Los Angeles Chargers vs. Atlanta Falcons. Los Angeles Chargers overview. The Chargers aim to build on their strong offensive production, led by quarterback Justin Herbert, who remains a key playmaker with his precise passing. Running back J.K. Dobbins anchors the ground game, providing balance to the offense. Defensively, the team relies on Khalil Mack's leadership to disrupt opposing quarterbacks. Key players. Justin Herbert, quarterback, efficient and dynamic. Herbert's arm strength is a focal point of the offense. Khalil Mack, linebacker, a key defensive player whose presence boosts the pass rush. Key injuries. Ladd McConkey, wide receiver, questionable, a potential setback for Herbert's passing options. Hayden Hurst, tight end, out limits red zone threats for the Chargers. Atlanta Falcons overview. The Falcons rely on their ground game, led by standout Bijan Robinson, and aim to find consistency with quarterback Kirk Cousins. Their defense is bolstered by Grady Jarrett, who plays a crucial role in controlling the line of scrimmage. Key players. Bijan Robinson, running back, the Falcons' offensive cornerstone with explosive running ability. Grady Jarrett, defensive tackle, dominant in the trenches, impacting both the pass and run game. Key injuries. A.J. Terrell, cornerback, questionable, a significant loss if unavailable to contain Herbert. Caleb McGarry, offensive tackle, questionable, his absence could challenge the offensive line's effectiveness. Now let's have a closer look at the betting predictions for Chargers versus Falcons. 1. Moneyline betting strategy. Current odds: Chargers -125, Falcons +105. Analysis. The Chargers are favored to win but have shown inconsistency throughout the season. The Falcons, although underdogs, are solid defensively, making this a close matchup. Strategy. Bet on Chargers, -125, despite recent struggles. Their talent at key positions should edge them out. Bet on Falcons, +105, if the Falcons can control the clock and limit mistakes, they can pull off an upset. 2. Point spread betting strategy. Spread. Chargers -3. Analysis. The Chargers' offense is high-powered, but their defense remains a question mark. The Falcons have been tough on defense and could keep the game closer than expected. Strategy. Bet on Chargers to cover, -3 with Justin Herbert leading the offense. The Chargers should win by at least 3 points. Bet on Falcons to cover, +3 with their defense and run game. The Falcons can keep this within 3 points. 3. Over, under, total points. Betting strategy. Over, under, 48.5. Analysis. Both teams can generate points, but the Falcons rely on a run-heavy offense, which could slow the game down. The Chargers' passing attack could lead to a higher-scoring affair. Strategy. Bet the over, 48.5, expecting a higher-scoring game with Herbert airing it out. Bet the under, 48.5, if the Falcons control the clock with the run game, the total may stay under. 4. Player props betting strategy. Key players. Justin Herbert, quarterback, should throw for over 250 yards and multiple touchdowns. Kyle Pitts, tight end, could have a breakout game against the Chargers' defense. Strategy. Bet on Herbert to exceed 250 yards passing. The Falcons' defense is vulnerable through the air. Bet on Pitts to go over 50 yards receiving. The Chargers' defense could struggle to contain him. 5. Game props betting strategy. First team to score. The Chargers' fast starting offense should get on the board first. Total sacks. Expect both teams to generate pressure, especially the Falcons' defense. Strategy. Bet on Chargers to score first. They tend to get on the board quickly with Herbert. Bet on the over for total sacks. Both teams have aggressive defensive fronts. 6. First half spread/total betting strategy. First half spread. Chargers -1.5. First half total. Over 24. Analysis. The Chargers are likely to lead at halftime, with Herbert's arm and the offense pushing the pace. Strategy. Bet on Chargers to cover the first half spread, -1.5. Expect a fast start from the Chargers. Bet the over on first half total, 24. The Chargers could generate enough offense to push this total over. 7. Parlay betting strategy. Parlay 1. Chargers to cover, -3. Herbert over 250 yards passing. Pitts to go over 50 yards receiving. Analysis. A Chargers victory with strong performances from Herbert and Pitts seems highly likely. Parlay 2. Chargers to score first. Over 48.5 total points. Chargers to win by 7 to 10 points. Analysis. A close but high-scoring game with the Chargers edging out a victory. The Chargers' offense makes them slight favorites, but the Falcons' defense keeps it close. Key bets: Herbert's passing, Pitts' yards, and Chargers covering the spread. Now let's have a look at the sixth matchup. Pittsburgh Steelers versus Cincinnati Bengals. Pittsburgh Steelers overview. The Steelers enter this game with a strong defense but a relatively inconsistent offense. Quarterback Russell Wilson has 1,212 passing yards and 7 touchdowns, leading a passing attack that will need to step up. Running back Najee Harris, with 749 rushing yards, remains a key factor in their game plan. However, the Steelers' challenge lies in their offensive line struggles and the need to protect Wilson. Key players. Russell Wilson, QB, with 1,212 yards and 7 touchdowns. Wilson will need to provide leadership and capitalize on defensive mismatches. Najee Harris, RB, a crucial piece for establishing the run game and balancing the Steelers' offense. Injury report. Pat Freiermuth, day-to-day after securing 59 yards last week. His involvement will be crucial for the offense. Van Jefferson, WR, questionable following limited action in recent games. Cincinnati Bengals overview. The Bengals aim to take advantage of their high-powered offense led by Joe Burrow, who has 3,028 passing yards and 27 touchdowns. Ja'Marr Chase continues to be a primary target for Burrow, making him essential for their success. The defense, however, will need to step up to contain the Steelers' aggressive playmakers. With T. Higgins listed as questionable, the Bengals will look to their key players to ensure an efficient and balanced game plan. Key players. Joe Burrow, QB, known for his poise and precision. Burrow is the focal point of the Bengals' offense. Ja'Marr Chase, WR, a game-changer, capable of making big plays and stretching the field. Injury report. T. Higgins, WR, questionable. His absence would impact the receiving core. Now let's dive into the betting predictions for Steelers versus Bengals. 1. Moneyline betting strategy. Current odds. Steelers minus 170, Bengals plus 150. Analysis. The Pittsburgh Steelers come into this matchup as slight favorites, buoyed by their defensive strength led by T.J. Watt and an improving offense. The Bengals are in a tough spot without Joe Burrow, with Jake Browning expected to start at quarterback. The Bengals' offensive output has been inconsistent in his absence, making the Steelers the safer bet here. Strategy. Bet on the Steelers, minus 170. Pittsburgh has the advantage on defense and a solid run game, making them a likely winner. Bet on the Bengals, plus 150 for risk-tolerant bettors. Jake Browning and Cincinnati's defense could keep this game competitive, but it's a high-risk bet without Burrow. 2. Point spread betting strategy. Spread. Steelers minus 4. Analysis. The Steelers are favored to cover the 4-point spread, with their defensive capabilities potentially overwhelming Browning. Pittsburgh's offense, while not spectacular, should be able to score enough to win by at least 4 points, especially given the Bengals' struggles without Burrow. Strategy. Bet on Steelers to cover, minus 4, with their superior defense and better overall form. The Steelers should cover the spread comfortably. Bengals to cover, plus 4, if Browning can manage to keep the Bengals within reach and the defense limits Pickett, they might stay within 4 points, but this remains a risky wager. 3. Over, under, total points. Betting strategy. Over, under, 37.5. Analysis. Given both teams' struggles on offense, particularly with Cincinnati missing Burrow, this game may not feature a high-scoring output. Pittsburgh's offense is also less explosive, and their defense is expected to keep the score low. Strategy. Bet the under, 37.5, with a low total and defensive-oriented teams. The under is likely the best option for this game. Consider live betting. If the game turns out to be slower-paced or a defensive battle, live betting the under could provide additional value. 4. Player props betting strategy. Key players. T.J. Watt, defensive end, Watt is likely to pressure Browning all game, making him a strong candidate for sacks props. Jake Browning, quarterback, expecting Browning to struggle. Props on him throwing an interception or under on passing yards could be a good bet. Strategy. What to record a sack. Bet on what to get at least 1 sack, as he will be key in pressuring the rookie quarterback. Browning to throw an interception. Browning's inexperience under pressure could lead to an interception. 5. Game props betting strategy. First team to score. The Steelers are more likely to score first with their offense and efficient game planning. Total sacks. Pittsburgh's defense is known for applying pressure, so taking the over on total sacks might be a good option. Strategy. Bet on Steelers to score first. With a stable offense and defensive dominance, the Steelers should be the first to score. Take the over on total sacks. Expect multiple sacks, especially if the Bengals struggle to protect Browning. 6. First half spread / total betting strategy. First half spread. Steelers minus 2.5. First half total. Under 19.5. Analysis. The Steelers are likely to have an early lead with their defense dominating the Bengals. With both teams not known for explosive offenses, the first half should stay under the total. Strategy: bet on Steelers to cover first half spread, -2.5. Pittsburgh should build an early lead through defensive stops and efficient offensive drives. Bet the under on first half total, 19.5. Given the low-scoring nature of both offenses, it's more likely the first half stays under the total. 7. Parlay betting strategy. Parlay 1. Steelers to cover, -4. Under 37.5 total points. What to record a sack. Analysis. This parlay takes advantage of Pittsburgh's strong defense, the expected low-scoring nature of the game, and Watt's pass rush ability. Parlay 2. Steelers to score first. Browning to throw an interception. Steelers to win by 7 to 13 points. Analysis. With the Steelers likely to take an early lead and Browning facing pressure, this parlay combines several outcomes that fit with the game's predicted flow. Moving on to the 7th game of Week 13. Houston Texans vs. Jacksonville Jaguars. Houston Texans overview. The Houston Texans enter Week 13 as AFC South leaders, featuring a balanced offense led by rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud, who has thrown for 2,628 yards and 16 touchdowns. Their defense has been solid, allowing fewer yards per game compared to Jacksonville. Running back Dameon Pierce and a strong offensive line contribute to their ground game, while the secondary has excelled against the pass. Key players. C.J. Stroud, quarterback, rookie standout. Will Anderson Jr., edge rusher, anchors the defensive pressure. Injury report. Foley Fatukasi, DT, foot questionable. Ongoing recovery from a foot injury. Blake Fisher, OT, concussion, unlikely to play as he remains in concussion protocol. Jacksonville Jaguars overview. The Jaguars have struggled offensively, averaging 18.9 points per game. Quarterback Trevor Lawrence, with 2,004 passing yards, leads the team but faces challenges from an inconsistent offensive line. On defense, linebacker Josh Allen and cornerback Tyson Campbell are key contributors, aiming to slow down Houston's explosive plays. Key players. Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, offensive leader. Injury report. Trevor Lawrence, shoulder, questionable with an AC joint injury, expected to be a game-time decision. Tyson Campbell, shoulder, questionable. His status will be monitored leading up to the game. Now let's have a look into the betting predictions for Texans vs. Jaguars. 1. Moneyline betting strategy. Current odds. Texans -290. Jaguars +235. Analysis. The Texans are strong favorites, reflecting their impressive form this season. With C.J. Stroud at the helm, Houston's offense has been efficient and reliable. Jacksonville faces an uphill battle as underdogs but still has playmakers capable of creating an upset. Strategy. Bet on Texans, -290. Houston's dominance and home field advantage make them a safer pick, despite lower returns. Bet on Jaguars, +235. Jacksonville offers value as a long shot, particularly if Trevor Lawrence can exploit Houston's secondary. 2. Point spread betting strategy. Spread. Texans -6.5. Analysis. Houston is favored by nearly a touchdown, a reflection of their consistent performances. While Jacksonville's defense might keep it close, Houston's offensive rhythm gives them the upper hand. Strategy. Texans to cover, -6.5. Houston's high-powered offense and home field momentum could result in a decisive win. Jaguars to cover, +6.5. Jacksonville could keep it within a touchdown if their defense steps up. 3. Over, under, total points. Betting strategy. Over, under, 44.5. Analysis. The game might lean toward a higher scoring affair if both quarterbacks find rhythm. Houston's offense has been clicking, while Jacksonville has shown potential for big plays. Strategy. Bet the over, 44.5. With Stroud's dynamic play and Lawrence's potential, this could be a shootout. Bet the under, 44.5. If defenses dominate and scoring opportunities are limited, the total may stay below the mark. 4. Player prop betting strategy. Key players. C.J. Stroud, QB, a standout performer who can dissect defenses. Trevor Lawrence, QB, needs to elevate his game to give Jacksonville a chance. Will Anderson Jr., LB, a disruptive force for Houston's defense? Strategy. Stroud passing yards over. Expect him to shine against Jacksonville's defense. Lawrence interceptions over. Houston's defense could force mistakes. Anderson to record a sack. The Jaguars' O-line might struggle against Houston's pass rush. 5. Game props betting strategy. First team to score. Texans are likely to capitalize early with their offense. Total sacks. With aggressive pass rush units, this game could see several sacks. Strategy. Bet on Texans to score first. Their offensive rhythm and home field advantage support this outcome. Bet over total sacks. Defensive pressure from both teams makes this a strong option. 6. First half spread / total betting strategy. First half spread. Texans -3.5. First half total. Over 21.5. Analysis. Houston has been explosive early in games, while Jacksonville has struggled to find early momentum. Strategy. Texans to cover, -3.5. Houston should establish a lead by halftime. Bet over, 21.5. Early scoring could push the total over. 7. Parlay betting strategy. Parlay 1. Texans to cover, -6.5. Stroud over 250 passing yards. Over 44.5 total points. Analysis. This aligns with Houston's offensive dominance and a higher scoring game. Parlay 2. Texans to score first. Lawrence over 1.5 interceptions. Total sacks over 5. Analysis. This focuses on Houston's early momentum and defensive impact. The Texans are favored for Week 13, with Stroud leading their offense. Key bets include Houston covering the spread and Stroud performing well. Parlays on these picks could yield strong returns. Moving forward with our last matchup for this video. Arizona Cardinals versus Minnesota Vikings. Arizona Cardinals overview. The Cardinals have faced ups and downs but maintain a competitive 4-7 record. Kyler Murray has been instrumental in their offensive attack, throwing for over 2,000 yards. James Conner provides balance as the team's leading rusher. However, their defense has struggled at times and will need to step up to challenge the Vikings' potent offense. Arizona will rely on Murray's mobility and Conner's ground game to maintain control and keep the game competitive. Key players. Kyler Murray, quarterback. Murray's playmaking ability is central to Arizona's offensive scheme. James Conner, running back, as the top rusher. Conner plays a critical role in managing the clock and opening up passing opportunities. Injury report. Dadrian Taylor-Demerson, safety, back injury. Full practice participant, no injury designation. Max Melton, cornerback, illness. No injury designation. Minnesota Vikings overview. The Vikings are 6-5 heading into Week 13, with Sam Darnold leading the offense. Darnold has thrown for 2,387 yards and 19 touchdowns, helping the Vikings average 24.4 points per game. Wide receiver Justin Jefferson is the top target, accumulating 912 receiving yards. While their defense has been solid, they will need to tighten up to improve their playoff chances. Key players. Sam Darnold, quarterback, the leader of the offense. Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, the team's primary playmaker. Injury report. Gabriel Murphy, OLB, knee out for the game, which impacts depth in the pass rush. Nick Muse, TE, hand, probable for the game, after full practice participation. Finally, let's dive into betting predictions for Cardinals versus Vikings. 1. Moneyline betting strategy. Current odds. Cardinals +161, Vikings -193. Analysis. The Vikings are favored to win, especially given their solid record and home advantage. The Cardinals have been competitive but inconsistent. With Kyler Murray back at quarterback, the Cardinals' chances improve, but Minnesota's offense and defense have been more reliable, making them the safer bet. Strategy. Bet on Vikings, -193. Minnesota's better overall form and home field advantage make them the favorites. Bet on Cardinals, +161. Arizona has the potential for an upset, especially with Murray in good form. 2. Point spread betting strategy. Spread. Vikings -3.5. Analysis: Minnesota's offense has been consistent, and their defense is solid at home. Kyler Murray will need to lead Arizona's offense effectively to keep the game within reach. Minnesota should cover the spread, but Arizona has the talent to make it close if their offense clicks. Strategy: bet on Vikings to cover, minus 3.5. Minnesota's superior form and balanced play suggest they will cover. Bet on Cardinals to cover, plus 3.5. If Murray finds success and the Cardinals' defense improves, they could cover the spread. 3. Over, under, total points. Betting strategy: over, under, 47. Analysis: with both teams capable of high-scoring plays, this game could see an uptick in points. Minnesota's offense has been productive, and Arizona can be explosive with Murray leading. However, both teams' defenses have also shown moments of strength, making it a potentially close matchup. Strategy: bet the over 47 if both teams' offenses reach their potential. Hitting 47 points or more is realistic. Bet the under 47 if Arizona struggles to score or Minnesota's defense steps up. The total might stay under. 4. Player props betting strategy. Key players: Kyler Murray, quarterback. If Murray is healthy, he could exceed his passing yards prop, especially if Arizona is forced to play catch-up. Sam Darnold, quarterback. Minnesota's quarterback, Darnold, has been efficient and should hit his passing yards prop, particularly if Arizona struggles to pressure him. Strategy: bet on Kyler Murray passing yards over. Murray should surpass his passing yards prop if Arizona falls behind and has to air it out. Bet on Sam Darnold passing yards over. Expect Darnold to throw for solid yardage, given Arizona's defensive vulnerabilities. 5. Game props betting strategy. First team to score. Minnesota tends to start fast, but Murray and the Cardinals are capable of striking early. Total sacks. Both teams have offensive line issues, making sacks a likely outcome. Strategy: bet on Vikings to score first. Minnesota's quick strike offense gives them the edge early on. Bet the over on total sacks. Both defenses will pressure the opposing quarterbacks, leading to a significant number of sacks. 6. First half spread/total betting strategy. First half spread: Vikings minus 0.5. First half total: over 21.5. Analysis: Minnesota's offense tends to start strong, and Arizona can be inconsistent early. The first half could see both teams trying to establish a rhythm, making the over a solid bet. Strategy: bet on Vikings to cover first half spread, minus 0.5. Minnesota should be leading at the half, considering their offensive strength. Bet the over on first half total, 21.5. Both teams should generate enough offense to push the first half total above 21.5. 7. Parlay betting strategy. Parlay 1. Vikings to cover, minus 3.5. Over 47 total points. Kyler Murray over 250 passing yards. Analysis: this parlay reflects Minnesota's likely victory with Murray contributing heavily in terms of passing yards. The over is a good option with both teams capable of scoring. Parlay 2. Cardinals to score first. Sam Darnold over 200 passing yards. Vikings to win by 7 to 12 points. Analysis: if Arizona scores first but Minnesota takes control in the second half, Darnold will likely have a solid performance to help cover the passing yards prop. The Vikings are favored, but the Cardinals, with Murray, could surprise. Bet on the Vikings to cover, the over on points, and player props from Murray and Darnold. Thanks for watching part 1 of this breakdown. Part 2 will be out tomorrow, so don't forget to check it out. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It helps us reach more viewers and fund better resources to bring you even more great videos. See you in the next one.